Hello and a very good day everyone. So today we will learn on how we can actually import the data from an Excel file to Power BI. So apparently this data is OPEX data, operating expenses. So this is HQ data. So my CFO and the CEO, he wants to see what is the actual expenses up to the budget for the next year. And at the same time, he wants to know which department has the highest expenses and so on. So let's get started.
So when you look at this particular file, you notice that we have this file 8 July 2026 where we have the divisions, we have the expenses, the OPEX category, and the actual expenses from 2020 up to 2025, and we have the estimated 2026 expenses and the budgeted expenses in 2027. So basically what my manager wants is, my manager wants me to import this data and publish it in the Power BI so that my manager can understand, okay, what expenses, what is the breakdown, what is the year on year, and in fact my manager also wants to know which department has the highest expenses and whatnot. So in this particular portfolio, so we're going to do pages by pages, a detailed report where I can actually share this to the CFO. So I'm going to click on import data from Excel. So like I mentioned, you need to actually know where you save your file. So in this case, I apparently save in this OneDrive, and under this OneDrive, the latest file, which is 8 July. So what I need to do is, I need to close my Excel file since it's auto save. So I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to click on import data from Excel, because apparently in OneDrive, I have to close first, not making it active. So I select this and I press open. Once I press open, you will notice that a box will appear. So apparently what will happen is, I'm going to just tick the particular worksheet, and then I'm going to choose on transform. So tick this, and I'm going to click here transform data. So once I click transform data, the next step is it will go to Power Query Editor. So in the Power Query Editor, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select these 3 columns, right click, and unpivot other columns, and then over here I'll just name it as financial year. There you go. And then I go to home, close and apply. So once I go close and apply, it will go back to the Power BI. It will take some time to load, and then apparently what you notice is, from here I will try to prepare the first page report. So in the page 1, what I want to show is, I want to show the yearly performance and also the breakdown. So first thing is, I'll just click on the matrix. So this is a matrix visual, and I expand this. I will just take the values, I take the OPEX category, and I take the financial year. So you can't see this because it's very small. So what I need to do is, I need to actually expand this. So this is the details. So if just say I sort this, so we can see that the big player is the staff cost. What I want to do next is, I want to make it bigger, and I don't want this total over here. So I click format your visual, and I go to the values. I put here 13, 13, and then I will do the same for column header. I put here 13. And then after that, I'll do the same for row header. I'll put here 13. Then I want to actually change the format to layout, minimal. So this is how it looks. And then what it is, I want to actually remove the column subtotal. There you go. So right now, if just say I put it over here, you will now notice that it looks better. And if just say I want to make it align center, so under column header, I'll just put here alignment of center. There you go. And I just want to make it bold. So this is the details. So here we have these details over here. What I actually want to do next is, okay, maybe if just say you want to change the coloring, I put here dark blue, and I'll put here a white color font. Alright, so now this is our data. The next thing that I want to do is, I want to actually show the performance. So I'll just click here on classic column chart. I take the financial year, I take the value. But the problem is, our year started from 2020 up to 2027, not 2023 up to 2020. Why this happens is because in Power BI, the data is actually sorted automatically in a descending order. Secara automatic, dia akan disusun daripada besar ke kecil. Meaning to say, it will actually try to show a data from the largest to smallest. So I click here. This is what they call the more options. So over here, there's a 3 dotted lines named as more option. I click it over here. I click on sort by, and then sort by financial year. Yes, it is sorted by financial year, but not in ascending order. So again sort by, again sort ascending, and just like that, now we can see it's the data. So I go to format my visual, I turn on the data labels. So we see here 55 million, 54.69. So I go to the data label, I go to the value, And then what I'll do is I'll just put the coloring I'll change later. Under display units, under decimal places, I put here 2. So when I put here 2, my manager can see, okay, this is how it looks like. And then the next thing is I'll just go to the columns. I'll just put here as a dark blue. Alright, so this is how you can actually play around. So this is the data, and if you say I want to put under this, so under the data labels, I put the position as inside N. There you go. So this is how you can actually see. And if they say your manager don't want the sum of value, the manager don't want the financial year, what you can do is under x-axis, we off the title, and then after that under the y-axis, we also off the title. So now this is how it looks like. And if they say you don't really want the y-axis, so you can just off the values. There you go. Now if they say I want to put the title, so I can go to general and I go to title, I put it over here. So financial, maybe OPEX performance, operating expenses performance from FY2020 to FY2027. So this is how it looks like. I put it as a black color, and I put it as a middle align, and I put it at a size of 20. There you go. So now this is how you can see. So we can see here, and if they say your manager wants black color under visual, under x-axis, I change this to black color. Alright, so seems like we have prepared this. Now what I want to do is I want to prepare a slicer. So I'll just click here. So we have a slicer for division, not in a vertical list format. Go to format your visual, slicer settings, and I choose this in a drop down. So we have a drop down. I put the value size maybe 18, and under values slicer header I put here 18, and there you go. So this is how we can actually prepare our format. So we have this format over here, and let me just put it this. Okay, so this is how it looks. I'm going to copy and paste. So we have another slicer, and the slicer here is dedicated for the OPEX category, or maybe I can also put for expenses. So if just say I just click here advertising, so we can see the advertising. Okay, so they don't have any advertising details, but only in 2024 and also 2026, also in 2027. So we click bonus. So every year we do have bonus, and this is the bonus amount. So if just say you want to see, okay, for division, just say like accounting and finance, so we can see, okay, accounting and finance, suddenly in 2023 the expenditure is higher. So you just want to know why and what not, you can actually investigate from them. Okay, so you can actually define the details. So for example, like right click over here, and you can go show data at point table. So basically it will show me all the datas and what and so on. Alright, so now we can actually understand. So this is basically the title, and I want to create a title over here. So I'll just choose a card, and this time I'm going to use a DAX measure using a selected value. So new measure, I'm going to name it as title, and then I'm going to put here OPEX performance of, and then I'm going to put here selected value. So it's basically selected based on division, and then I'm going to put here HQ, and then there you go. And I'm going to select this, and I'm just going to take it over here. Go here, I don't want the title, so I'll go to the call out, remove the label. Okay, and then I want to put the font color as white color, so put it as white color, and then maybe as bold. Of course now you can't see. And then I go to cards, I just want to put it as, I just want to put it as dark blue. Okay, and then maybe just want to remove the border, and and then I'm going to do the same thing, multi-card, and over here background, and I choose the color as dark blue. There you go. So this one I want to put it as a middle, so this falls under the not cutouts but call out, and I want to put it middle align. Okay, there you go. So now this is our reporting, and what I want to do next is I want to adjust the size. So this one I put it at the top, and I can adjust accordingly. Alright, there you go. So now if they say I click here audit and governance, we have OPEX performance of audit and governance department, engineering, human resource, investor relation, IT department, legal admin, manufacturing, sales marketing, and so on. But if just say you want to actually change this as well, because OPEX performance from 2020 to 2027 for what department, So if you want to play the title also, you can just change here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this, go to general. So title over here we got FX, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and click a new measure. So this one is the chart title. Then over here apostrophe and press space apostrophe, maybe I put here 4 and then N selected value, and then I choose for division and I choose here HQ, enter. So for this case I'm just going to click this and I want to choose based on the HQ chart title, and there you go. So what happen is you can see here it changes automatically. Here so you have HQ, here so you have HQ. So just say when I click on human resource department, it will show me human resource department. So this is basically a page 1 report. So this is just page 1. We have to do multiple pages. So what you're seeing here is basically the categories. So we see here 2.3 million. So what the manager can see is, first we have title, we have slicer which can make changes, we show the performance from the 2020 to 2027. The manager can see, okay, the trending, how does it looks like. That means the first 3 years is maybe a slow increase, then after that there's a massive increase in 2023, then there's a drop, and then it's just about volatile. Now you just say I click about investor relation. So investor relation, what happened is in 2020 it's high, about 7.15. So we have the detailed breakdown over here, and then you want to actually see, okay, what and so on. So for example, I want to see this 4,000. What is this 4,000? Right click and I click show data as point. So overall here general depreciation 4,000, this the details. But you just say I want to see maybe about this 17,000, right click, show data point. So we'll have, okay, why got 17,000? So that means we have the 16,000 mainly for training, what training and so on. So this is how we can actually investigate the data.